Welcome friends. In this video we are going to learn jQuery effects. jQuery effect methods are used to give animation effect to the HTML element. First let us learn the animate method. To animate a particular HTML element we can use animate method where we need to pass different CSS animation attributes separated by comma. In general, animation can be performed on only those CSS properties that are specified as numeric values. For example, we can specify width, height and font size as numeric value. So generally animations are performed only on these attributes. So let us see this with example. In this page I have a button and I have a paragraph. On click of this button I have selected the paragraph and then I have specified couple of properties whose value can be specified into numeric, and the second parameter will be the intensity of the animation. So it can be fast, medium or slow, or it can be the numeric numbers, for example 500 milliseconds or 5000 milliseconds, something like this. Let's see this. Animate, click, you can see that it has animated. The next method that we are going to see is the hide method. To hide a particular HTML element, hide method can be used. Let us see this hide method. I have a button and I have a div. Now what I want to do is that on click of this button I want to hide this div. So I will select the div and I will call the hide method. In this hide method I can pass the intensity of the hide. It can be either slow, medium or fast. So let's go ahead and see the hide method here. Hide. You can see that the div has been hidden. The next method in this is the slide up method. Slide up method, let's see. To hide a HTML element using slide up effect, slide up method is used. So let's see this slide up method. I have a text box here and I have a div element. Now on the click of this text box, on click of this button, this is a button, not a text box. On click of this button I want to hide this div element with the slide up effect. So let us see. Slide up. When I will click this button, then this div element will hide. You can see that this div element had hide with the slide up effect. Now in these methods we have ability to pass the second parameter as the function name that will fire when the slide up effect has completed. So let us see this. I have refreshed this page and when I clicked it, slide up is finished and then the function has been called that has given the alert slide up completed. You can see that once the slide up is done with the slowness, and then the second parameter is the function name that will fire when the slide up effect is done. The next method is show. This method is nothing but to show the HTML element. So let us see that. Show method. I have a button here and I have a div element here. On click of the button I am calling the show method and that will show my div element. So go back and show, click, you can see that the div element is showing. The next method is slide toggle method. Let's see slide toggle method. To toggle display an HTML element with sliding effect, a slide toggle method can be used. So let's see. Here I have a button and I have a div element. On click of the button I am calling the slide toggle method on the div slide toggle on this div. Let's see. Slide toggle. When I clicked once, then it is showing. When I will click again, then it will hide. When I will again click, then it will show. And when I am clicking again, it will hide. So we will get the sliding effect. And the next method is toggle method. Let's see the toggle method. Toggle is here. Now here what I have is that I have a button and then I have a div. On click of the button, I have specified div.toggle and I have specified the intensity with slowness. So what it will do is that it will, currently it is displaying, so when I will click toggle, then it will hide. When I will again click the button, then it will show. When I will again click the button, it will hide. When I will again click the button, it will show. Now you can ask that what is the difference between the toggle and the slide toggle. Actually, toggle is the combination of show and hide method, and slide toggle is the combination of slide up and slide down method. So in slide toggle, the element hides and show with sliding effect, and in toggle the elements hide and show with normal effect. You can see that. The next method we are going to see is the stop method. To stop currently executing animation for an element, a stop method can be used. When the currently executing animation stops, the next animation in the queue starts. So let's see this. Stop. Here I have two buttons called start and stop, and I have a div element on which I am going to perform some animations. On click of the start button, I have specified 3 animations to be performed. So all 3 animations will perform in the queue. First this animation will perform, second after that this animation, and after that this animation will perform. Now there I have another button called stop. When I will click on a stop button, I selected the div on which animation is being performed, and I have called the stop method. What will happen is that when these 3 animations in the queue will be performed, for example, when the element is shown, as soon as the animation is performed, to increase the width of this particular element, I clicked the stop button. Then what will happen is this animation will stop, and it will come to the next animation that will start decreasing its size. So let us see this. Stop. So start, it is increasing. I clicked stop, it came back. Let's see this once again. Start, it is increasing. I clicked, you can see that it has come back. So when it was increasing the size, I clicked stop, and this animation stops there itself, and the next animation fire that decreases the size of the element. Now the next animation method we have is the clear queue. To remove the unexecuted, unused animation item from the queue, clear queue method can be used. Okay, so let us see the clear queue method example. Here I have a button called start, and then I have another button called stop, and I have a div element on which I am performing the animations. On the click of the start button, I have specified 3 animations to be performed. First will be show, second will increase its width, and third will slide up. On click of second button, what I have done is that first I am calling the clear queue. So what it will do is that as soon as, for example, let us take an example that this animation is being performed. Now after that, as soon as it started animating the width, I clicked on a stop button. Then what will happen is that it will clear the entire queue. So after this animation has to be performed, but because of clear queue, this animation has been cleared. And then this stop will, what it will do is that it will stop the currently executing animation. Start, it is increasing the width. I click stop, it stop there itself, and the next slide up effect has not happened because of this clear queue itself. So this was the clear queue method. The next method is slide down. Slide down method is used to show up any hidden element with sliding effect. So let us see slide down. I have a button, and this is my div. On click of this button, I have called the div, I have selected the div and called the slide down method. So let's see this, slide down, click, and you can see that the hidden element is showing in the sliding effect. The next method in this series is fade in. To display a hidden element using fade in effect, fade in method can be used. So let us see this fade in. fade in is here. So in the same page I have covered fade in and fade out both. So what first button I have is fade in, second button I have is fade out. On click of fade in button I have called fade in method, fade in. So let us see what is happening. Fade in out, fade in. You can see that it has shown the div with fade in effect. Okay, now let us see the fade out. To hide a displaying element, fade out method can be used. This makes the element transparent. So let us see the fade out now. When I will click on fade out, btn fade out, then what will happen is that it will fade out the hidden element, sorry, the shown element will fade out and it will become transparent. So let me refresh this page, and let us wait for some time. I clicked on fade in, so the hidden element has shown. Now when I will click fade out, the shown element has hidden with fade out effect. Let us see the fade to method now. So to adjust the opacity of the HTML element, fade to method can be used. Okay, let us see this example. This is fade to. Now in this I have a button and I have a div element on which I will perform the animation. On click of the button I have selected the div element and I have specified fade to with slow intensity and opacity to 0.20. So let us see this. I have refreshed this page, fade to, you can see that opacity is 0.20. What if I will increase the opacity to 0.60? Let's see what is happening. Fade to, you can see that the opacity is 0.60. The next method is delay. To delay the execution of the subsequent method, delay method can be used. It accepts number of milliseconds as parameter. Okay, so let us see this in action. Delay. Okay, here I have a button called btn delay, and then I have a div element on which I will perform the animation. Now what I have done here is that I am calling the slide down effect on the div delay on click of button, and after delaying of 500 millisecond I want to call fade out. Okay, so let us see that. Delay on click, slide down, 500 millisecond it waited and then it fade out. Now let us increase this time to maybe 3000 millisecond. So what will happen? First it will slide down and then it will wait for 3000 millisecond and then it will fade out. So let me refresh this page. Clicked, slide down, wait for 3 seconds and then slide up. Sorry, fade out. Not slide up but fade out. So that was the delay method that is used to delay the execution of the function. The next method is queue method. To get the number of items to be executed on particular element, queue method can be used. Let us see this. Queue is here. Now here I have a button and I have a div element. Now what I want to do is that on click of the button I want to know that how many animations has to be performed on the div queue. So I have called the queueIt method in which I have written 1, 2, 3, 4 animations to be performed. Now in order to get the number of animations to be performed, what I will do is that I will select the div queue on which I have mentioned the animations, and then dot queue, and I will pass fx as a parameter. That will give me the object, and then from that object is nothing but the array of animations, and then from that object dot length I will get the number of animations that has to be performed on the particular element. So let us see queue and queue. You can see that 4, because I have mentioned 4 animations to be performed here. Now let us learn the jquery.fx.off. Actually, to switch off and on the animation effect for the entire page, jquery fx.off can be used. This disables all animations globally and set the elements to its final state directly. Let us see this with example. Now here what we have is that we have two buttons, in fact three buttons. First is the toggle animation and second is the button show and button hide. And on the toggle animation button click, what I have done is that if the fx.off is true, then I am making it false, and if it is false, then I am making it true. And on click of btn show, I am showing with the slow intensity, and on the click of hide, I am sliding up with the slow intensity. Now let us see this with action. fx method. Now I am clicking show, it is animating and showing, and I am clicking hiding, it is sliding up and showing. Now when I will click toggle animation, what will happen is the entire animation of the page will be disabled, and when I will click show, the final stage will come. You can see that it is directly showing, and hide will directly hide. It will not perform any animations because fx.off is false. Now when I will make it true, then now animation will be performed. So that was the fx.off method.